What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 900 subscribers, of course. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the play-in tournament. And the play-in tournament is finally set. The Charlotte Hornets versus the Miami Heat is the first game tomorrow. The Phoenix Suns versus the Portland Trailblazers. The Orlando Magic versus the 76ers, the Golden State Warriors versus the Los Angeles Clippers, and we're going to talk about it. And when we're looking at the first game of the day, let's talk about the Hornets versus the Heat. And obviously, the Heat have beaten the Charlotte Hornets 3-1 this season, in which a season where it has been disappointing from the likes of Miami, but pretty much we expected them, or we expect them to be in the play-in tournament every single season. And we're now at the point where Miami Heat fans want to lose this game so they can have improved lottery odds. Like, that's the point where we're at for the Miami Heat. Like, they are sick and tired of being a play-in team every single season. When you have Bam Adebayo talking about how he doesn't want to be in the play-in, you go on a winning streak and then you go on a losing streak, and then you talk about how you don't think y'all are a playing team, and then you just don't showcase it at all. I'm pretty sure he had a big stinker one of these nights. And this has been a great season for obviously getting into the next team for the Charlotte Hornets, right? They started off 7-17. They started off 14-28. And honestly, a lot of people counted them out, and me, myself included, with me being a LaMelo fan. I watched all the games. So when you look at the Charlotte Hornets, you can't say that a loss tomorrow would be really disappointing, yes, but you can't call this a disappointing season if they do lose that game, in which a season where you got to see LaMelo Ball finally healthy, where he played over 65 games. In my opinion, I do think he should be All-NBA, on the All-NBA third team selection, regardless if they make the playoffs or not. Con Knipple in the Rookie of the Year race right now, it's a toss-up in my opinion, whether you wanted to give it to Con because of his previous months, but this month and last month he did have stinkers, or you give it to Cooper Flag, who has been on fire since he came back from his injury. I don't know. You got Brandon Miller, who came back from his injury, and he's shown some health concerns throughout his career, and he obviously showing that he can display a scoring-like presence like from when he was drafted in 2023 behind Victor Wembanyama. And you could just only use this as growth if you're a Charlotte Hornets, but I do expect them to win this game nonetheless, and I would be disappointed if they lost this game to Miami, because I do think if they lose to Miami, if they beat Miami, which we're going to talk about later, and then when we talk about the 76ers or the Orlando Magic without potentially Joel Embiid, or just the Orlando Magic in general, I do have the Charlotte Hornets being better than them, and they have been a top 5 seed, or not a top 5 seed, a top 5 team since obviously the new year. But next, getting into the Portland Trailblazers versus the Phoenix Suns. And the Suns, I feel like throughout this whole season, right? Like, nobody expected the Suns to be this good. And the Suns have pretty much been locked into the 7th seed since basically January, in which a season where Devin Booker has taken the mantle of obviously being the best player, being the point guard, being the orchestrator of everything. Dillon Brooks having a great season from an offensive standpoint, in which he hurt his hand, he came back from his injury, and honestly, Jalen Green having this on and off, just the Jalen Green full-on experience. And when we're talking about the Portland Trailblazers, I kept trying to tell y'all that their lineup on paper is kind of good. And when you look at the Portland Trailblazers, Denny Avdija is a free throw magnet, don't get me wrong. And Denny Avdija did play like an all-star this season, regardless you want to say if it was free throws or not, whatever. You got Shea Sharp, who just returned from his injury. You're still trying to see what you have out of Scoot Henderson. Drew Holiday has been a consistent presence on this team. Some maybe think that he should have the ball in his hands more. Maybe that's me. But when you look at, honestly, Donovan Clingan, I made a video talking about how Donovan Clingan might be one of the best centers in the league right now. Like, when we're talking about the Portland Trailblazers and them passing up the Los Angeles Clippers in the seeding, basically the last game of this, or the second to last game of the season, it just shows major growth for our Trailblazers team that lost their head coach at the beginning of the season. So it should just tell you how much faith, or how good the Portland Trailblazers actually are. Next, getting into the Orlando Magic versus the 76ers. And if y'all wasn't watching that last game against the Boston Celtics, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, it was so disappointing after watching that shit. If you're a Magic fan, like playing fully healthy against the Boston Celtics reserves, and you let Ron Harper Jr., Baylor Scheinerman, Luka Garza all have career nights, 27, 27, and 30. Like, if that's not embarrassing to you, I don't know what is. And losing the game on top of that when you need that for actually having a home game in the play-in. Yes, it wasn't going to get you in the playoffs. That would have been really disappointing if that game would have tossed you back into the play-in. Or even if that game would have tossed you into the 10th seed, which you possibly were if the Charlotte Hornets didn't lose their game against the Detroit Pistons or the Boston Celtics. But when you're looking at the Orlando Magic, I really just have no faith in them. They're one of the teams that I have no faith in. I'm gonna keep it like I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Even with Franz Wagner being healthy, like I just have no faith. I do think it is time to blow up Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero. Maybe I'm a little early with this, or maybe I'm a little late with this, but it's time. And Paolo Banchero's stock has been at an all-time low. I made a video about his ups. I made a video about his downs. And I just don't know which version of Paolo Banchero we are going to get on Wednesday. And it's kind of scary to me. Like, when we look at, honestly, the Orlando Magic and their defense, we look at, honestly, a great defensive, physical team. When we get on the offensive side of the things, like, I think any team can beat them on offense. Like, I'm going to keep it a buck. And when you're looking at the Philadelphia 76ers, who are playing most likely without Joel Embiid tomorrow, and you're looking at Paul George and Tyrese Maxey, I'm expecting a big I'm expecting a big Tyrese Maxey game on Wednesday. And I'm expecting Paul George to show that he has returned to form. He has been looking great recently. So when you're looking at the Philadelphia 76ers and you're looking at the Orlando Magic, yes, the Orlando Magic do have a chance. I'm not going to say that it's going to be a blowout just because they lost to the Celtics reserves, but I'm just saying it's not a good look to be heading into the play-in with losing your confidence like that, because I just don't know. And the 76ers, like, it's going to be hard to win without Joel Embiid, because I told y'all already, like, Joel Embiid is still the best player on this team. I don't care what type of leave Tyrese Maxey had this season. And I'm a Tyrese Maxey fan. I'm a believer in Tyrese Maxey ever since his rookie year. But it's hard to not to believe that this team runs and goes with Joel Embiid. And even with all the injuries after the surgery that he had to get, he still loves basketball. So for whoever is telling him to retire, I just got to look. Did you not see him drop 30, 10 times in a row? Like, that's how I just got to look at you. But the last game we're going to talk about is the Clippers versus the Warriors. And I don't know. Maybe I just don't care about this enough. But Stephen Curry is back. And honestly, I just don't see any world that the Warriors win. But I can't count out Stephen Curry, if that makes sense. Like, we've seen Curry do that all throughout his career, and we've seen, obviously, the Warriors win games when they're not supposed to win. But now we're looking at the Los Angeles Clippers, who just lost out on the 8th seed. Kawhi Leonard has been playing his best career season, and I expect Kawhi Leonard to be back. And obviously, he missed the last couple games because he got eligible for his awards and then he sat out to rest his ankle, which we know he was playing through. So when you look at the Los Angeles Clippers, Darius Garland has been good since coming to Los Angeles. You have to get a good Benedict Mathurin game, which Benedict Mathurin there has been a lot of ups and downs since he's put on a Clippers jersey, in which a season where you just don't know, or you didn't know which direction the Los Angeles Clippers would go towards, in which they finished the season great. Like I said about the Charlotte Hornets earlier, the Clippers have been one of the best teams in the league since the new year too, so you can't count them out. Whether it was with James Harden-Zubac or whether it was with Darius Garland, Kawhi Leonard, and Brook Lopez starting, like, the Clippers have been this consistent threat, and you can't count out Tyronn Lue as a coach. But with that being said, the play-in matches are finally set, and which a season where we didn't know till the last game of the season who would be in the play-in, because we always have some type of idea who's going to be a play-in team. This season, we had no idea at all, and the play-in tournament starts tomorrow. So I want to know, who do y'all got in all these games? The Charlotte Hornets versus the Miami Heat, the Trailblazers versus the Phoenix Suns, the 76ers versus the Orlando Magic, or the Golden State Warriors versus the Los Angeles Clippers? Y'all let me know down below. Subscribe. What's good, y'all? If y'all made it to the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And there's a video right here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it if you like this one. And the channel icon's right there if you want to just check out the channel in general. And yeah, leave a like too, because it really helps the algorithm push me out. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this video nonetheless.